Breaking news, Nigerians. The House of Reps has vowed to investigate allegations of misappropriation of over 2 trillion naira disbursed by the Central Bank of Nigeria through its anchor borrowers scheme under the former President Muhammad Buhari's regime. The scheme was aimed at funding agricultural projects nationwide and boost food production and food security. This decision came after the adoption of the motion sponsored by Representative Chike Okafor, who expressed concerns about the escalating food scarcity and malnutrition in Nigeria amidst alleged mismanagement of agricultural funds. And now, Okafor, representing the Obowa Federal Constituency, Imo State, had led the debate, highlighting the need for accountability in the management of agricultural funds to ensure the sector's development. And now, the Nigerian incentive-based risk-sharing system for agricultural lending disbursed the sum of 2 billion to facilitate agriculture and businesses. And now, the House is also aware that the funds advanced to the end users of the federal government's interventions were allegedly misused, misapplied, and channeled to non-farming and non-agricultural purposes, hence the current scarcity of food in Nigeria. And they are quite worried that the agricultural sector, which plays a crucial role in ensuring food security, improving nutrition, and supporting the livelihoods of millions of Nigerians, and any abuse of these programs and schemes of government drastically affects millions of innocent Nigerians in the country. And as a result of this, they've decided to conduct a thorough investigation into the alleged misuse of government interventions and agricultural fundings by federal department agencies, schemes and programs outside the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. The committee are tasked with submitting a comprehensive report within 4 weeks, which will inform further legislative action. So guys, it seems that the House of Reps have set up to probe the 2 trillion spent by Buhari on anchor borrower scheme under the Buhari's administration. And they are aware that they've been reports on accusations of abuse and mismanagement of this fund. These funds were supposed to be used for agricultural development and food security throughout the nation, and these funds was disbursed through the CBN, and then through the Anchor Borrowers Program. They disbursed these funds to farmers. They ought to have disbursed these funds to farmers, but then it seems that the money that was supposed to be channeled to agriculture and agro-business was not given to the end users. Instead, this money was diverted. This money was planned to be used to better the businesses of livestock farmers across the country. This money is coming from the Bank of Agriculture to help farmers, to assist farmers. It was more like a national agricultural developmental fund that was aimed at helping food security in Nigeria. But it seemed that this money was diverted and was channeled to other activities other than other activities relating to non-farming and non-agricultural purposes, which it was meant for. So guys, this is quite a big disclosure and also a shocking revelation. I mean, we've been seeing some certain organizations coming up that they want to probe the administration of Buhari, that some certain funds were allegedly misappropriated, were siphoned, were embezzled, but till date, we are yet to hear, the outcome of the probe. We are yet to hear the outcome of the investigation. I mean, it seems that they come up with stories like them wanting to probe the administration of the former president, Muhammad Buhari, but at the end, nothing will come out. They tend to sweep everything under the carpet. Nothing will come out of it. So what's the need? Coming out saying, oh, you want to probe someone concerning this particular issue, and then at the end of the day, you don't end up probing that person. I mean, we've been seeing this scenario for long, and I think it's high time. it's high time this Tinubu administration probe the administration of the former president Muhammad Buhari. You see, the expectations of Nigerians are too high. We had expected this administration to do better, but it seems that Buhari's administration and Tinubu's administration, it's more like a continuation of where they stopped, because it, as expected, Tinubu ought to have probed the administration of the former president Muhammad Buhari, irrespective of what he said, that he doesn't want to be probed, he doesn't want to be disturbed with probed. Why would Buhari, make such a statement that he wouldn't be probed? He wouldn't want anybody to disturb him with any probing, allegations here and there. You can imagine, coming from a former president of Nigeria. So we know that Buhari's administration was immersed in deep corruption, embezzlement, a lot of things really went on in Buhari's administration. But the same Buhari said we should forget about probe and we should focus on the future, that nobody should come and probe his administration. He wouldn't want to be probed. And Tinubu has not done anything to see to the probing of Buhari's administration. And we know that, in fact, there are so many reasons for Buhari's administration to be probed. But till date, they are yet to make a step on this. And it is disappointing. It is unfortunate, because Buhari's administration was a compromised administration. Not to think of what the Senate did under Buhari's administration. How they tend to approve every budget, everything Buhari brought, they approved it. Borrowing of loans here and there, in fact, which plunged Nigeria into great debts. The Senate did not help matters at all. But nobody is calling for the probe of Buhari. Well, it seems that this is a new disclosure, and now they want to set up a panel to probe this this amount of money that was supposed to be used for agricultural purposes, but it was diverted, it was siphoned, and it was embezzled along the line. 2 trillion naira. We are talking about 2 trillion naira spent by Buhari on anchor borrower scheme, and now the Senate, the House of Reps, I beg your pardon, is set to probe this amount of money. Guys, if they will really go ahead and probe the set sum of money that they want to probe, well, it's really commendable. It is commendable, because Buhari's administration was associated with corruption, recklessness, too much spending, and all of that. But yet nobody has set up a panel to probe Buhari's administration. Nobody had tried to make sure they bring everything to light. Nothing is being done. So I hope that this doesn't, get swept under the carpet at the end of the day. If they really want to go ahead and probe, then they should go ahead and probe the administration of Buhari. I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section.